Test, test. One, two, three. Testing, testing. Oh, righty, righty. Hold on one second. Getting my sound, fine, hopefully. Uh, don't fight. Don't fight me, sound. Come on. Open the volume mixer. Just trying to make sure the system sounds aren't, assaulting your eardrums. Got it. Okay. Gonna get the mic kind of in position, but here we are. Yo, welcome to stream. I can turn the music down at this point now if it is a little bit loud. Let's see. Where would yeah, I'll just turn it down here in the video. Just a touch, just a touch. Add it up for. Hate that the stream has just been up a little bit over 10 minutes. Okay, I already read this in another social platform, but hello, everybody. Alright, so hello everybody, my name is Darsheen, aka Yoshin96, and welcome to the stream. Not gonna be on here for a really long time, just wanted to get on here and say thank you guys for, just like the title says down there, and is it right there? Yeah, 1 year on Twitch. Last year, I started streaming on this platform with a Smash Ultimate Crew battle, and who knew that in a year's time, I'd be here with 250 plus followers, and I would have received a payout from Twitch. I've started to earn money by just streaming, by just talking and gaming and doing things that I love with you guys. So it's been super fun. I can't thank you guys enough for the support so far this year. I can't wait to continue streaming. I have a lot that I want to do currently with the series that I have going. With the Road to Battle League, that's a lot I want to keep doing with that, because we just beat the Super Mushroom Cup the other day, the Friday gone, so that was really exciting. Yo, welcome to the stream. ARH Ty, wait, is it AR and Ty? Hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you for dropping by. Call me AR3. Okay, I can do that. I might actually update that on my Streamlabs for things to stay up here longer. Let's see. Chat box widget settings. I'll have it so like the chat stays up there. Always show messages. Yes. And then save settings. Alright. AR3 says, I don't know if you remember me, but I was one of your opponents on an online Smash tournament. Been watching ever since. Hey, awesome. Let me see. I feel like I do. Remember an AR3. Hold on, let me just go on my Smash. I'm gonna go on Smash data real fast. I'm gonna find you. I will. Because if it was something that I played inconsistently, it was either in a coin box or it might have been a Yoshi. I was Kirby Byleth. Oh, okay. Let's see. Smash data. And I can switch this to be a browser reaction. Let's see. Gotta get the browser up here first. Alright, so smash data. No, what would make it easier to find you is if I do let's see. What is it's not smash data, it's the other one. The Smash Brothers Ultimate. Player stats? It's player stats something. PG stats, there we go. It was Spicy Ramen series. I knew it was had to do something because I knew because if it wasn't Tectos, it was Spicy Ramen. I haven't played in Spicy Ramen series in ages. Hold on, let me get the browser up. I promise I'm still here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now let's go to this source. Alrighty, I'm gonna find you. We will. How did I get out of this? Oh, not sign in. I guess. Forgot password? I don't have an account on this. I'm just trying to. Let's see. Players. Alright. Search. Me. Yes. My win rate is bad, I know. Alright, so me. Load. Why you no load? Fresh. I hate this. Browser, come on. Alright, we got this, It's fine. It's fine. That was the first time I was on the brink of beating a Yoshi player. That character is my demon, man. Oh, your bracket demon is Yoshi? Yo, if you're in the server, or if you can join my server, hit me up for a game sometime. If I'm not doing something else, if I'm not like just chilling off of social media, if I'm not like reading manga or something, or just playing anything else, I'm usually down for Smash. Let me see. If we go down here, oh geez, we scroll down and we do tournaments. We do Spicy Ramen series number 23, and then we'll break this down. No, expand this and go down. Was it 23? Because I just pulled 23 up. Is there a win? Hold on. Oh, it was a DQ win against Epic Shaner. That was when my crewmate Spirit Crab was in this. Were you Orimo 420? This is it. Which one were you? Hold on, my webcam is blocking it. Were you Orimo? Oh, right here, right? Kirby and Byleth. Yo, thank you, Shiny Apricorn, for 1 year. For the happy 1 year. Thank you. Kirby Byleth. Yeah, so that's you. That you right there, the XXX Orimo 420. So 2-1, huh? Man, I barely won that then. Yeah, I barely took that. Jeez, let's see. I know I have that VOD somewhere. When was this? May 8th. So yeah, I did stream it. So you could probably find the VOD on Twitch, actually. I'm in the process of like putting my highlights in respective folders. So like once I get 2021 tournament runs saved, that should be in there, and we can like go back and see that. So apparently you won first game with Byleth. Then I came back and adjusted to the Byleth for game 2 on Town and City, and then I won and you switched to Kirby. Oh wow. Well, again, GG's to you. And Shiny Apricorn says, how do I compete in Smash Bros tournament? You just have to go on Smash GG. I'll just even go to the tournament link itself. Smash GG 28. and this is the one that's for this week. So you would go to where it says register now. And you should get a page like this where it'll ask you to, like, say if you want to change your prefix. I usually change mine to just say like FW, so so Five Within isn't the entire thing taking up a name. Select the bracket you want to be in. If you got a partner, you can sign up for doubles. But if it's just you, check mark that singles. Actually with doubles, how does that? Select your team or create a team. Yeah, so if there's a team established or if there's somebody there, you can just go in there and select a team. Wait, why is there a team with me and Jumpman and Casey and Stars and Walker? What in the world? But you would create a team if it was doubles, and then you would just pick this for singles, and then it would like connect your, like, you got to be in the server to play for one thing, and it'll have you read things. Make sure you set your Discord name to match up everything. If you're interested in commentary, check this box off and make sure you meet these requirements. Must be at least 13 or older, no exceptions. And then you have to have, you know, some sort of experience with Smash. And there's, you know, the regular requirements of do not swear, or just keep it PG. Location information gets recorded. You would just continue, and then you just acknowledge your registration. You would hit I'm not a robot. There might be like another captcha thing there, and you would hit complete registration, and that'd be it. Let's go back to this overlay here. Right, all right. Oh, messages are disappearing again. I guess because I had already started this stream and like I tried to save the settings where the messages won't disappear. But I don't know. It might not update in real time. We'll see. Shannon says, I'm kind of rusty. I might dust off Smash Bros. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely come through. Now it seems to be kind of breaking. The overlay don't seem to want to work. Hold on. I'm still here once again. Twitch follow. Not follow. Twitch chat. Twitch chat. Make sure that this is still the same thing that I'm copying over. Alright, so copy this URL for the widget. And hit OK. Alright, that should still be fine now. Let's get rid of this and go back to this. Hopefully the chat's working on the overlay now. I'm wanting to try to get the chat to be consistently on stream so you guys can see your name show up whenever I do have that set up. But yeah, again, I thank y'all for being here, like watching stream and deciding to hang out with me for a little bit while I just recount the past year. Like AR3 has said, I encountered them in an Ultimate tournament over this past year. So it's been various things that I've done. Smash Ultimate tourneys were a big part of last year, especially 2020. In a time where I didn't know we were going to be relegated to being only online, I was playing in a bunch of tournaments. I started my own tournament series, as you guys saw just now with my helping Apricorn. And just interacting with people remotely has just been a blessing. And it hasn't only been Smash, even though it's been a big part of it. I've been able to interact with people online just in general a lot more. I joined the Smash crew where we play a lot of the time throughout the week, and because it was the first I joined Catastrophe Strong-Willed towards the end of 2021 or middle of 2021, one of the two, and it was from there, like in the latter half of 2021. Those were the main tournaments I played in, and I streamed those runs, and it was fun to see where I would where I would stack up in those brackets uh against my crewmates, and just to get that practice in and just be able to get it on stream and showcase with you guys live and interact with you guys live. Just a huge part of why I love doing Twitch, just for the interactivity and to be able to identify with somebody on, this character and like why they got into Smash and why they got into X character. And if they say, "Oh, well, I have trouble with this character. I see you play Yoshi. Um, we should play sometime." And I would offer to play with them at some point. So it that being a big part of why I enjoy streaming, just to be able to make those connections with people. And like I was saying, outside of Smash, I've played a myriad of other games, especially in December of last year, where I did my 12 Days of Switchmas series, where I played. Uh, Finally, I tried Super Mario Odyssey, even though I was a sleepy mess towards the middle or end of it. I was legit nodding off on camera. It's bad. It's bad. Um, yeah, I finally played Odyssey. Finally got around to playing Paper Mario Origami King. Um, the Jump Force on stream. I played Octopath Traveler. Um, I played. I played Danganronpa, and I had my friends Viper and Casey on VC with me, and that was fun. Um, what else we did? We played 25. It's only like half of the things I did. I'm establishing my memory is bad. It's one thing. Let's see. So I have that collection saved. Hold on, I got you. Let's see, video collection. Oh, Sonic Mania and Sonic Colors Ultimate, of course. All right, so yeah, I got you. I got you. So one, we did okay, we did the Origami King first, but I lost that one sadly. Um, we did Odyssey. We did Jump Force. We played Sonic Colors Ultimate. Like we first looked at the Sonic Movie 2 trailer and then the Sonic Frontiers trailer because it was something that had debuted on the Game Awards. So we reacted to those first, and then we went on there. Sonic Colors Ultimate was for Octopath Traveler was day 5. Sonic Mania Plus. Yeah, Octopath was day 5. Sonic Mania Plus was day 6. Super Mario 3D All Stars was day 7. Danganronpa was day 8. Metroid Dread, right? We did try Dread, day 9. New Pokemon Snap we did for day 10, and then Pokemon Shining Pearl we started out on day 11. And then we just never did a day 12 thing. We just kind of never, we never did anything afterwards. And I was, I was, had a bunch of different ideas of what to stream for the final one. I was like, do we stream Super Monkey Ball? The collection that came out for Switch. Do we stream Doki Doki Literature Club? I debated that. Or do we just play like Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, something simple? But I just never got around to doing that in December. It's pretty bad actually. But I will do it before it gets too later in the year. I'll be like, hey, y'all, remember that 12 days series I had going on? Let's just kind of bring that back. For its final send off. Play this game for a couple hours on stream, and boom, that would be a completed series. Something I don't get to see often. But things things we've. Ooh, let's go 20XX with the raid. Get rated, nerd. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, 20? I don't think it. It's having trouble reading your name. Troko was taken, is now following. Thank you for the follow. I have following on there twice for some reason. Not sure why. Let's look at the Twitch overlays and see if we can deduce this. Oh, that's because we know. Follow is there, and I don't know. There's a follow thing here. Maybe make this wider. No, that's too big. Hold on. Casey's arrived. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. You have arrived indeed. Welcome, welcome. 20XX has too many badges. It doesn't even show his name. That's bad. Hold on. I need to adjust this to showcase. How's it going? It's going good. Going good. I'm feeling good. I'm celebrating my year on Twitch. A good time. Because my badges are too goated. They are too goated. Yeah, y'all should know that my man 20XX has is sponsoring me. Not unofficially sponsored. I should have had 4 badges. Happy 1 year, my dude. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Let's see. Maybe I need to go on here and decrease the size of the text. Maybe have it to be about 16. Maybe that might help it. 20 says, I am a proud Yoshin sponsor. Yo. Raid. Pluxa21, welcome to the stream. Oh, hold on. I have it on in this source, so it's blocking it on the main source. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. Because I saved the changes, it erased chat again. So hopefully when someone talks again, it'll like resize itself. Now it's kind of small. There you go. You can see it better now. You can at least see the beginning of 20's name. There we go. Casey says also Gluttony took Pound over MK Leo. Yeah, that wait. Oh, took Pound? No, wait. Gluttony 1 pound? Yo. Casey says he hates Wario. Oh, dope. Hates Wario so much. Oh, dude. But Gluttony is goated though. Yeah, an upset. Plugs was saying sub 30. I mean, let's go. He's 30 now. 30x. We have escalated an entire century. Gluttony is godlike. Gluttony is godlike for sure. Okay, yeah, I think this might be a good size for the chat, at least for now. I'm still tweaking it. I'm just happy I have it on stream at all. How y'all liking this overlay? How y'all liking the chat being on there? Nice to see the face cam. Go, yeah, dude. The face cam is here. I had to show my face. I usually always show my face on stream, but I wanted to make it a big focal point for this stream here. It says we still need to have that Strikers match. We do. We definitely do. Absolutely. I think what we'll end up doing is instead of using Parsec, I think we'll just do like Dolphin net play for it. 20 says Casey hating Wario. Oh no. And he was saying says the Lucario man. Oh no. But I appreciate y'all being here. 20 says isn't Wario Lucario's worst matchup? I don't know actually. Casey, you know anything about that? Is Wario a bad matchup for the Lucario? I am interested in knowing that actually. But yeah, I was just recounting the past year. Smash tournament runs, started my own tournament series, and I'm glad you're here, 20, because meeting people at 20XX. I've collabed with them a couple times to this point. We've been on stream together, commentating and turning together. We've played Mario Party together on stream. We've played Smash Ultimate Tourney. Well, yeah, in a tourney together. Hey, me trying to do an interview with you in chat. Ooh. Yo, yes. Do it. Please ask questions. That was like one big part of what I wanted to do on here, just for you guys to ask any sort of questions. For instance, heck yeah, the podcast episode. Yes, sir, the podcast episode. Absolutely. Cases, I believe Ike is probably Lucario's worst matchup, but I always hear different opinions on his worst matchup. Oh, okay. For instance, we literally done almost everything. Yeah, man, we've commentated together on a tournament. We've played in a tournament in the same tournament together. We've played Smash Ultimate Sports. Like we played Smash Ball, played Smash Volleyball on stream. The Smash Sports was like after a whole tournament though, so maybe not as many people saw it. It would be really people if they were to like stay and watch a stream later to be there. That's like some of the real fans I should say. Maybe I should just highlight the sports section of a stream itself and just be like, yo, y'all catch this. What's happening in chat? I missed a couple of things. Cases as heavies are bad. Oh, Incineroar is an awful time for Lucario, are they? Shiny's registered for stream? Nice. Good. Nice, Apricorn. Glad you registered for this week's tournament. 20 is still no cap. My favorite podcast episode was with you. Yo, you said that in your stream, and you did say that on there where it's like, yo, this isn't just because Yoshin is in the chat, but I think that he was my favorite episode of the podcast. And I was like, no way! I'm so flattered. We had so much fun. I was wilding with the first question, the what is it? Like the introductory question of if you pick an animal, which one could you beat in a fight? And I just had a lot of fun with it, and just being able to have that balance of fun, but still serious with it too. It was very fun to be on your podcast, 20. I thank you again for having me on it. It was just good to be able to just talk and just chill and talk for like 3 hours plus. And at the end of the what was it? It was the episode with you with Frankie, and I came in and I said, "Yo, like our episode pushed 4 hours." You're like, "No, like it was like right around 3 hours." And I was like, maybe I'm tripping, but I look back at it and that thing says 3 hours and 48 minutes. The highlight is there. We were talking for a while, but we did have some breaks though. What took up a lot of time was us talk. We kind of went on a Mario and Sonic Olympic Games mini rant. Your backstory with playing volleyball, um, that was that was a decent segment of it too. And I still find it funny how when we got to the anime waifu question, and we were like, okay, who do you consider anime waifu? And then you were talking about saying, like I said I was gonna have some honorable mentions, and you were like, okay, like you can say those two, but just say the names of them, and then like not really the reasons why, and then say the reason why for the number one waifu. And I gave reasons why for all the runner-ups. Oh man, I was like, okay, runner-ups. We have Ruka from Rent a Girlfriend because reasons. We have Yotsuba from Quintessential Quintuplets because reasons. So we have. Oh god, I said did I say a third one leading up to it? I don't think I did. I think I said those two, and then I was finally like, okay, now we have Centaurea for Monster Musume, and here's why. Okay, okay. Someone's out. Shoot, I'll play in Smash Ball right now. Boot up. I just caught that from earlier. Hold on. Let's see. Casey was adding. Honestly, starting to realize that Lucario might actually be bottom tier after all. SMH. I don't know. Pluka said, "How was the idea? Cross mod. Did you like it? I'm not sure what that's about." Uh, Shannon says it said invalid verification. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're meaning by that, Shiny Apricorn. And 20 says, honestly, if I was to rank my episodes of the podcast, it would be 3, 8, 4, 2, 9, 1, 10, 6, 5, 7. And then responded to Pluke saying, yes, I did. Who are the good Smash Bro fighter like signed up now? Abukick has almost won every time they've played, so they're a really good Pythro player. I had to go on there and see all the signups at the moment, but everyone who's come through to my tourneys are good. The Smash.gg. So the Smash.gg verification didn't work. I'm not sure why that would be. Let's see. I've almost. Oh, hold on. Trying to a chat box when I clicked the name by accident and it showed up. Okay, so 20x says I've almost won every time I played in your attorneys. Oh, like against the like against your opponent. Everyone was almost close to winning that aspect. Oh yes, absolutely. From what I see, you always have close sets in my tourneys. Like this, like the times where I come in and you like I watch your runs. Oh yeah, very close. It's gotten a bit quiet in the background. Let me have some music again. I'm sure Casey will appreciate the the soundtrack of choice. We had we had Reflection playing. Let's have this one in the background now. Hold on. There we go. People always like watching my sets, and I never realized that. Yeah, you're a good player. Let me look at the numbers of the podcast episodes because you gave a quick tier list. Let's see. Okay. 20x6. Let's go to Twitch and we shall go search and go on my man's channel. 20xx 20xx. Go to, yes. That's not them. It's an imposter. Search should give us a couple of results. 20. That pretty sure that's the right name. Show more. Oh, it's the underscores. That's what does it. All right, so videos. Or that's what does it. Right, oh no, videos. Not trying to have that repeat. Right, you're hosting me. That's why it showed up again in audio. Yo, you already got 539 followers. Yo, you getting close to 600. I see you. I see you. All right, so let's view all. Let's collections. All right, podcasts. I don't want to play all, but I want to view them. Okay, roll this. Eh. It's still funny that that's the picture Taco Waffle gave you for that. Out of all the pictures he had saved, he decided that was the one. So I gotta give them. Oh, remember Daz and Taco Waffle were recent. Gotta give them some slack. Yeah. Shiny says, I love your Discord and stream. It's so nostalgic towards you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shiny. I guess it doesn't register in the overlay that it's a highlighted message. Casey. Oh, somebody said hydrate. I shall get my mixed berry drink here. Thank you for the hydrate. Excuse me. From earlier, 20 was saying until I won Minefield 18, didn't realize that people liked watching your Smash sets. Again, yes. The last scene from SA2 is the best soundtrack from any video game ever. Potentially a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take. I really don't. If you need to just look up Curtain Lucas Pocket. No, yeah, I found it. Almost at 600, which is unbelievable. Yeah, dude. I saw you get teary-eyed for your birthday stream. Was that your birthday stream or was that something? See, I was lurking and because I was doing something at work, I was doing something where I was able to sit down, but I never was, I wasn't able to properly like chat because like by the time I was going to, um, work had me caught up, and then I just I didn't get the chance to get back on. It's like I felt bad for not being there for the birthday stream, but yeah, almost at 600. Big congrats to that. There was a good image he sent me, but the Curtain Liquors podcast text was blocking his eyes, and I don't know about you, but that ain't good for a thumbnail. No, it's not. You're right. You're right. Well, maybe you could have had the text up top instead. I don't know. But you probably wanted to have the design of the thumbnail be consistent across the board. Not have the words be up for some and like at the top for some and at the bottom for others. I don't know. Yeah, that was your birthday stream. Okay, so I'm right. Got seriously emotional. Yeah, almost cried legit. You could see tears coming out. Yeah, I needed it to be consistent. Right, right. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, dude, it's good to showcase that side. Real life is the game now. No touching your glasses. No touching my glasses is the in the game ban. All right, Casey. Sure. Have I been touching my glasses at all during? Me and my nose. I've been doing it. I like it. I like it. Ban it. Ban touching my glasses. I would do you one better and just take them off, but then I wouldn't be able to see chat. So there's that. But 20, you said, interview from chat. I'm down to answer a bit of questions. I mean, there's only so many different ways and times that I can say thank you guys. I keep doing the anime adjustment. I know, it's a habit. I'm sorry. How long is this banned? For like the rest of the stream? Because after a while, I will feel it trying to come down my nose. I'd be like, do we hop in VC? And I'll ask the questions. Oh, okay, jump in VC. Okay, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to make a really fast thing in this Discord kit. Discord overlay kit, so we can see that. Which VC we talking about? Uninstall for OBS. Select a server. We are maybe mine? I don't know, actually. A demi episode of the podcast. You can join podcast whenever you want. Oh, okay. You gave me the roll again? Alright then. Give me a second. Not gonna be on for, crazy long time. But hey. Alright, Curtain Liquors. Would it be stream VC? No, it wouldn't be stream VC. It'd be podcast VC. There it'd be. So let's go to this and have exit this out. The Curtain Liquors. Let's see. Channel. No, voice widget. Select the voice channel, podcast VC. Oh, I joined. Hello. Let's see. So user settings. Do I have it set? Yeah. If he's talking, I can't hear him. 20, you there? Maybe turn his volume up here. And then I'll go in OBS. And I'll make a new browser source. 20XX podcast. All or podcast overlay. Say call, yeah. And then we'll copy the code from this. seeing my inner workings real fast here. Alright, so paste and boom. There we go. Do I like Splatoon? I've never played Splatoon, but I want to. I own the first game. Because as you can see, I'm in a VC with them. I just can't seem to hear them though. I should probably turn this volume down of the music just a smidge. I'll turn it all the way down for a bit. Yeah, I cannot hear 20 if he's there. 20XX, you there? Let's try this again. Hello? That's weird. Is there a podcast in 20XX office? Do you have like a... Do you have a chat in there where... Hold on. I was wondering if you had like a text to speech thing in there. Casey's like, nah, he died. He got us. No, he did not die, Casey. He's fine. Oh boy. Let's try just DMing him real fast. Let's see. It should be fairly recent. There we go. Alright. It says he's online. He's in the call. He's not muted, or it doesn't show that he's muted or deafened or anything.
Test 1 2 1 2 test 1 2
Here.
test 1 2.
Hey. Can you hear me?
What's up? Yes, I do.
Yo, how you doing, 20XX?
I'm doing good. I clearly see that I did not type BRB in chat. I guess not.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I thought I typed BRB in chat, so that's why I was like, hey yo, and I was like, okay, because I went to go get some food.
Oh, okay, got you.
Well,
Casey in chat.
He lives. I know I live, but barely. I live, but barely.
Barely living.
So I was just like, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I was just like, all of a sudden I hear chat and like my first like a little, and they say he dead, and I was like, wait, what? And then I rush back here, and all of a sudden I look and he's like, he dead, and then I saw your message. I said, I was like, did I not type BRB in chat? And then I sit down, and then I look at your stream, and I see BRB in the text, and I was like, okay, I did not.
Oh, I hate when I do that. Like I'll have a message fully typed out that's on chat, or or in just in DMs or in a group chat. I'll have it typed out. And I'm just like, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll come back to this and like see what their response is. And I look back at it, I'm like, why is that little bar still flashing? Oh, it's still typing. I didn't send it. Oh, in cases of sadly he died, but luckily he survived. Yes.
I died just a little.
Just a little bit. 20 got the plot armor. He's fine.
I got some plot armor.
Yes.
And I'm good. All right. So obviously, I'm a master interviewer. You know me.
With the podcast, 10 episodes in. Yes, sir.
Of course, 10 episodes, soon to be 11 this Friday. Anyways, nonetheless. So, obviously, I do gotta know, what are your thoughts knowing that you've hit 1 year on Twitch?
Like I was saying in the very big... Oh, yeah, what's up?
Oh, no. I was just like, you gotta give me your thoughts. I gotta hear what the man himself has to say about the pod, or like about his 1 year on Twitch. Like, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you could definitely do more, or do you feel like you could have committed a little bit more? Just give me your thoughts on like what made this year so good and what you could do to possibly make it even better than it already was.
It's definitely a mixture of both sides of the coin. On one hand, I feel like I definitely could have done more, because a lot of streams end up just kind of falling by the wayside on certain days. Welcome to the stream, Viper, with his traditional entry message of hint. In case you're just saying it too. Viper said
Of
God
course.
himself has entered the chat. Yes, Viper is
Yes.
Viper is our resident art god. We'll say art god.
He's our resident non-PG or non-PG 13 view mod.
Yes, there we go. It's just, exactly.
No, we'll say viewer. We'll say viewer. Viewer.
Oh, and there we go. Casey helping me with the answer too. So I think his streams have been much better since he switched to Twitch. They got better views than before. Yeah, that was one thing for sure. Switching from YouTube to Twitch definitely got me a little bit more out there. Hentai is indeed R Viper, yes. But what I
It's
think.
creative art. I'll tell you that much, Viper. Okay, anyways, back to you. Back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, both both sides of the coin. Once again, I feel like with streams that I plan out and me showcasing like my schedules ahead of time, also was inspired by 20 here with his little with his little images each week of a schedule. I was like, I like that. I'm gonna do that, and I started incorporating the schedules in there, and try to commit myself to certain days. But I have not done everything on those days that I've projected. Like today was supposed to be some more Rescue Team DX, but took a little bit long on the nap, and it didn't end up happening. But I wanted to still do this stream for sure. I didn't even put this on the schedule graphic because it was something that I was doing on more or less an impulse. I knew my anniversary was approaching because I happened to think about it the past I think when I made the announcement ping for Strikers the past Friday, I was like, oh man, the 24th is like it is Sunday because I was gonna do another game, but it's also a year, April 24th from 21 to 22 that I have been on Twitch. Man, I should do something. So I was like, do I do like something that streamers do where they have, you know, those different things where it's a X hour long stream where they have different things after, for like a number of like followers or subs. Like they'll do these different things at a certain number of when a certain number is hit. That's something I might do just in the next few weeks or a month or so. Like we'll still celebrate our 1 year anniversary on Twitch. That doesn't have to be on exactly the day of, for sure. But missing certain streams and the missing days is definitely like the rougher parts, I would say, from this past year, because I will say that I'm gonna stream something and I hate not following up on what I say I'm gonna do. Thankfully it hasn't happened, you know, a crazy amount of times, but it's happened just enough where it does bother me. So I'm hoping that I can be more consistent. Thankfully, but the most consistent thing on my channel so far has been Strikers. Like I have not missed a Friday ever since what, March? For or like the very beginning of March since I started it. So like next this coming week will be the 8th episode of Strikers. Like we've been consistently with that for almost 2 months now. Everything else has just kind of been spotty between Arceus. We're getting back on track with Arceus, thank God. That series died for like 3 weeks, but we did 2 parts last week, not Saturday gone, but last week Saturday and past Wednesday. We did 2 episodes of that, so like that's starting to get back on track. Rescue Team DX, we got to get back on that. I'll actually try to get that Wednesday. I'm taking too long to answer this question. But
No, please do. Remember, this is an interview about you, okay?
Yes.
Like this isn't like the podcast where I ask you questions and then you ask me questions. No, this is just specifically all about you and like what we need to know, like your thoughts on how you feel like your success has been going and all that stuff, dude. Remember, this is about you, okay?
Well, yeah. Thank you.
I was like, it's your stream too, okay? Like,
yes.
If it was my stream, I'd be like, okay, like maybe just a little, but no, it's your stream. Go on for as long as you want, man. Okay.
Yeah, I still don't want to like ramble, you know, a bunch of time. But yeah, I'm gonna get Rescue Team DX back on track because like I'm loving doing that series, for one, because I just adore the original Rescue Team games and the Mystery Dungeon series as a whole. But I wanted that series to be a big thing with me trying to showcase voice acting, because I love voice acting. So I want to do that one, get that series back on track, try to stream it back on its usual day of on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. On my days off, this is a big one. I just tend to kind of like shut off. Like for like at least half a day or so, I just won't be on social media, or I just will just be to myself. I'll just be watching YouTube, or just be on or just be just do my own thing. Yeah, watching YouTube, watching some other stream, playing another game, and within the past day or so, I'll grab this from my dresser real fast. I've actually started reading the manga from the beginning of Quintessential Quintuplets. So like, I actually read both, like 1 and 2 last night. Just out of nowhere, bring it on the stream. Let's go. I started reading
I love it. No, keep going.
I started reading the manga. I had read like part way or halfway through the first volume, like when I first got the set. What is that now? Like 2 months ago or so. But like, I kept looking at my dresser every day. I'm like, I'm gonna get to it at some point. I'm gonna read, because the movie is coming out next month, and like I don't want to like be spoiled of like headlines of like, oh yes, this girl wins, and then I'll be like, I could have read it and found out first myself. I could have read the story, dude. But that's slowly becoming some more time going. I actually read 1 and 2 last night, but I was reading back through, like you can kind of see where my bookmark was in there, for the second volume, because I was like, did I miss a couple things? Because it's the oldest sister, Ichika, she's an actress, and they're supposed to see fireworks and such. Side Quintessential Quintuplets tangent. And they're
I know your favorite's probably Miku.
At first, yes.
Who's it now, dude?
Well, see, at first Miku, yes, because I do like the shy ones, and they but she's a weird case.
I do remember you. You said Yotsuba.
Yes, I love Yotsuba, but Miku is like it was Miku for God. It went all over the place. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Cause
I like Itsuki.
Yeah, Itsuki is great. She's definitely the sister who's like super determined, like trying her best to like do right by her sisters. She's the youngest, but she has the mindset of trying to be like the oldest and take care of everybody. It's
of course
like it's definitely admirable, her her traits.
Also, I'm not sure if y'all can see me on Yoshin's stream. I said, but the girl in my profile picture, that is my homegirl. She's my one. She's my one and only.
Yeah, I think they can barely see it because I do have your icon for Discord up there. Jupiter, right?
Yes, Sailor Jupiter, bro. She's my favorite. She's my homegirl.
I think I missed a couple. Let me go back in the chat from earlier. Shiny Capricorn from way earlier was saying don't have enough money. eShop money for Volume 2 of Smash. Oh man. Viper was saying thank Arceus and me. I'm not sure what you meant with that earlier.
They're basically talking it up. Like,
yeah, there was
near at this point. Monster Musume when?
Monster Musume when?
When?
Are you saying like what? Like, are you saying when am I gonna like have the manga and reading that, or what do you mean Monster Musume when? I think he said that after I brought the manga out. It's in Danganronpa.
Honey, I guess you're gonna play Honey Pop on stream then.
Oh,
Viper,
Lord,
when are you gonna do that, bro?
Viper, yeah,
when are you gonna play that on? When are you playing that on stream, Viper?
I think
that is the question.
I think when I went to Viper's channel, like under his About Me, I think I have seen that he's played the I Love You Colonel Sanders dating sim. Dude, Ashley, dude. Oh god. Oh, Ashley was. Oh god, bro.
Sailor Mercury is better. You know
They
what?
didn't have.
She's my second favorite. Sailor Mercury's my second favorite.
Oh, okay. Sailor Moon waifus. Got you.
She's my second favorite. So.
Viper was saying, might as well continue this at this point. Yeah, we got to continue Danganronpa for sure. Casey says that they're down. Monster Musume win. Honey Pop win. Casey remembers when Autumn loved Monster Musume. I love Monster Musume.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
I got a question. Are
What's
you ready?
the question? I'm ready.
All right. I'm ready for the next question. Okay, cool. Are you ready? Bam.
Whoa! With the 5 gifted subs, let's go.
All right, there you go. All right, continuing.
that was that was the question. Thank you, 28 Continuing.
The question was, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
I was
Dream
still.
Dad. You played Dream Dad. I'll make a.
Oh, he did play Dream Daddy. That's right. He did do that. I'm not sure if you saved that stream though. Like, do you archive all your streams, Viper? Oh, and then Viper's.
Viper. I don't think Viper does.
I don't think he saves them all like I do. He says that Sue is best girl. Best girl from Monster Musume, Sue. You know what? I do see the appeal. Like, she's she's Centaurea is best girl.
Centaurea is my girl. She's my girl.
Yes.
At first, I wasn't. At first, I didn't see it. I was like, I don't see it, man. And then, because I used to like not the spider girl, but the one that wears like the glass. The one that wears the glasses. No, the one that wears the glasses. She has like long hair, the black one.
Miss Smith?
I'm not sure what her animal she is or something. Or what monster she is.
I thought you meant like the.
I'll look her up real quick.
Oh, do you mean not the mermaid?
No. I don't think so. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up in the meantime. Anyways, continue with that.
Yeah, when you said glasses, I first thought about the lady that's like organizing them being with the protagonist. I thought you meant Agent Smith for a second. Then I was like, maybe.
I think that's what it is. But hang on, I need to look. Okay, just keep doing what you keep catching up with chat, please.
I'm gonna do that. Casey says, I don't know who that is, but it's probably true. I'm about to see. Viper's like, Slime Girl got me acting up. Miku is best girl. Quintessential quintuplets.
Nah.
See, I do agree. Miku is great. Casey says, oh hey, he said, oh nah, dang you slime girls, dang you. He's saying Sailor Mercury is better. Casey says, Lord Beerus slays them all, not from Dragon Ball Super, but my cat. Yes, Casey's cat is named Lord Beerus, by the way.
I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna name my cat Lord Beerus.
Yes, Casey's cat.
Okay, so we have Kurusu or Kimihito Kurusu. I don't know who that is.
I think that's the protagonist's name, Kimihiro.
Okay. Mia or Mia.
Mia's the Lamia, the snake girl.
Yeah. Centaurea, obviously. We already know. I know Poppy's the bird.
Poppy's the bird. She's cute.
Arachnea.
Oh god, she's just fuel.
Hang on.
Slime Girl Sue. The mermaid girl's name, I know it starts with an M. It's Merlia, maybe Merlina, something along those lines.
No, it's not her actually. It's actually not her. Okay, hang on.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it is Miss Smith. Miss Smith is she's my homegirl. I used to like her. It is Miss Smith.
Oh, it was Miss Smith. Viper was saying Miss Smith was baddie too.
I wasn't sure.
Yo, Miss Smith do be a baddie though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Do be a baddie, bro.
Like
I was a huge I won't lie. I was a huge advocate for Miss Smith, and then like after you were explaining it to her or like explaining me Centaurea, and I was like, you got a point. I was like, you got a point there, bro. If there's one thing I do like go over a lot in our VOD, it's definitely like when it comes to the podcast, I definitely watch it for your explanation of Centaurea and why she's it is like you're like, I promise it's not bitch nigga wife. I lost it, dude. I lost. I lost it at work, dude. You have
I
no
was like,
idea how bad I lost it.
I was like,
I
I
was like,
swear I have wholesome reasons for this. It's not just because Big Booba Centaur Girl. Wait, I can explain. And you're like, didn't have to say that
I
part.
was like, you did it, bro. I was like, you didn't have to say it. Bro, I'm pretty sure if you just said it was for wholesome reasons, people would get it. And
Right.
just, like, I was just, it was so bad, but
I
it's
had
so
to make
funny.
sure. For some reason, I
That
had to
people
make
that-
sure that like people just wouldn't accuse me of being down bad.
Yeah, you gotta make sure. You gotta make sure. You gotta keep them in check. Anyways, is that
Wait,
here, there,
11
there?
viewers? Yo.
Not anymore, but yeah.
Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to the stream. Thank y'all. Thank
Sometimes
y'all.
I feel like that's sometimes what you just gotta do, bro. You gotta keep it nice and simple. That's what I've been doing recently, bro. I've been keeping it nice and simple. I've been racking up some viewers. So.
Yeah,
But
sometimes
sometimes simple is more. Simple is more.
Oh yeah, for sure. What was I was like talking about something for like a side tangent real like I was talking about rereading something in Quintessential Tablets. But then
quintessential.
Sorry,
Quintessential
Casey.
and how you were reading it, and then
I've broken
I think, yeah, and then we were talking about how which waifu was better, but I'm pretty sure you were just talking about because I asked you who your favorite twin was, and then I was like, or your quintuplet was your favorite, and I said Miku, and you're giving your reasons, and I was like, oh wait, no, I was like, you said Yotsuba, and then
we got way off.
and then they were talking about Monster Musume, and I was like, oh, obviously you got your girl Centrea, so. Anyways,
God, the tie-in. I was just because I was talking about that was being another one of my like pastimes. Starting last night, just officially reading the manga from the beginning. I was saying that I was rereading the second book because I was making sure that I understood all of like the callbacks that Futaro was talking about with Ichigo. Because I mean, of course, because of the cover, that's the one that he makes a connection within in that volume.
he's underrated.
And oh yeah, the oldest sister. At first, she basically gave off the vibe of it's like older sister. She's basically being the spot of the ara vibe. She just kind of
She says that in the show.
Oh, does she? She did. She did say that in that show. Right. She was just kind of the appeal in the very beginning. The critter voice, right?
Exactly.
In the very beginning, she fleshes out as a character. But
Of course.
that's I was rereading that part, like the fireworks. She has her whole side thing about she has to make it to this gig, and Futaro's trying to get her to go with the Sisters of the Fireworks because it means a lot to them and their mom. But this is a one shot deal or opportunity for Ichika. So they have like Ichika and Futaro end up having a heart to heart, and that's where I'm like, okay, I see why Ichika started to rise up. In terms of
Well, she felt feelings for him first, really.
Well, see, in the very beginning, because like Miku was like kind of dancing with the idea.
Miku. Yeah, she was fancy with the idea, and then I think Ichika was the first one to like.
Yeah, I think
Ichika obviously because she was the first one to physically like talk about it. But then
I think Ichika was the first one.
Nino was the first one to confess. Yeah, Nino was the first one to just confess. So.
Oh dang! Did we just did you just spoil?
Hey yo.
We didn't hear anything. We didn't hear it.
Hey yo.
Cases no, like the first to confess to herself. There we go.
Come on, man. Oh, come on, Viper. I see what you mean. So
Viper says rent a girlfriend, Ruka, best girl, and oh no. Was that what you're saying? Oh no about?
Viper, I know you're our 18+ viewer. You're not our PG-13 viewer, but come on, man. Come on, Shimon.
That was a little far for this Twitch chat. I mean, you should know better, poopy.
Also, you gotta update that follower goal, my dude. You gotta update that follower. You're sitting at 255 now.
Yeah, it says 350.
So you're at 255 right now, but it says you're at 254.
Oh, that's weird. I guess the thing itself isn't wanting to update.
I guess
That's-
because it was off stream, so I don't think it'll work off stream. Because I remember I used to have that, and I thought it was weird. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix that.
No,
You
it
know
says
it's
two.
true, or
It
is
says
it?
it says 254 on the followers on the Twitch dashboard, so I'm not really sure.
On my thing it says 255, but anyways, moving on. Moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Moving on.
Neither here nor there. That's nothing important. Anyways,
it-
I need to get back to these questions. I need to get back to the
Yeah,
questions.
let me answer the other half of this question finally. Like the one half of the past year.
The positive side, the
Yeah,
positive
yeah.
sides of things.
The quick
Tell
TLDR
me-
recap of the negative.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you told me the negatives, and then we led to anime waifus.
Then we went to
and now
anime
we're leading
waifus.
back to weird. Okay, look, I get it, bros. All right, I get you want to talk about your anime waifus, but I promise you that we gotta get through these, like, because I actually have some good questions for you, bro. Okay, I promise. Okay.
Oh wait, actually no, you didn't spoil the anime because Miku wasn't the first to confess, but I won't say who was.
No, I know who.
Yeah.
But I
But,
mean, like, she was the first. Miku was the first one to like have the thoughts.
Yeah, there we
Ichika
go.
was the first one to kind of be verbal about it, and then Nino was the first one to confess, to say that she did like him.
Can we?
And then
I was trying
the
to.
Rest is it. The rest is history.
The rest is
Hey,
history. The rest is history.
yeah, the rest is history. I'm gonna say that. Rest is history. Rest is history. That's all you need to know. I
was
saw
trying
you
my
lean
best.
back in I saw you lean back in that fucking chair, bro.
I was
I saw you
trying my
lean back in
best
that chair, bro.
for it to be ambiguous. I'm like, okay, yes,
That's all I'm
Miku's
saying. That's all I'm
first
saying.
thing.
That's
Yes,
all I'm
it is,
saying.
yes,
That's
it
all I'm
is.
saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Moving on.
Well, to be fair, I don't know anything
moving
else
on,
after
moving
that,
on.
so yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. Positives of the past year.
Positive of the past
Because-
year. Give me your highs, and just overall tell me your best moments and possibly your funniest moments. Okay.
All right, let's see.
And just what went well in general as well. So
With the negatives being like not meeting all promises of streaming this on
And then
said
just not
day or
doing
this or
it.
this, just not being as consistent as I've wanted it to, but and just not really just going and just doing stuff because like I'll put too much in making the thought and then like just watching the clock go by and not do anything, trying to prepare too much, and just end up not following through with things. And then I was like, I could have done this on this day, and or I'll just like talk myself out of it in my mind. I'm like, it's too late. I'm not really up to it. But if I have the thought, I should just be more impulsive and just go for streams. And thankfully, in some cases, I have done that. So positive side of things, I've
Gotcha.
the 12 Days of Switchmas was definitely a positive from December. We played a
I love that.
like, we played a myriad of
loved it
games.
so much, dude.
Yo, thank you.
Dude, you need to bring some of those games back.
Oh, absolutely. One of them being Danganronpa. Played that on stream and had
Yeah, I
Casey
need
and
you to-
Viper on voice. We got to continue that series 100%. That was
know.
you asked me
I
one of my
also need
highlights.
you-
That's one of them.
I also need you to bring back that Jump Force and that Paper Mario Origami King, all right?
Dude, yes.
Those
Absolutely.
are the main two I want you to bring back, okay? Those are the main two that I want you to bring back.
Got you. Origami King will more likely happen before Jump Force.
Of course, because
one
Jump Force is old game, dude. Jump Force takes freaking forever.
it takes a while to get into that one.
It's
Casey says
mainly
no,
just
not
some of
Jump
the
Force.
stuff.
What? Why did you say run away from?
I'll
Not
be in
the.
VC for I'll be in VC for that one.
Oh, word. Okay. It's not the run away from Jump Force, Casey. Not like this.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
I like how he said run away and then the viewer count just kind of dropped.
Oh no.
God, Casey, not Casey leaving and taking people with him. Okay. No. Anyways, continue with pros and cons. But more
Alright.
pros.
More
We already
pros.
went
More
over
pros.
cons.
We went over cons and got sidetracked.
Of
Pros.
course. And now we're talking about pros and we're getting sidetracked. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Listening.
definitely.
Listening mode.
Definitely with what you said about Origami King being one of those I want to bring back because one, I love the Paper Mario series, even though after Super Paper Mario it started getting off track because that's where it kind of lost a bit of the the creativeness and the soul, so to speak, of the Paper Mario series. Because even though Super Paper Mario wasn't an RPG like the first two games, it still had the same feel of 1 and 2 because it still had the different characters. You still had partners kind of that you could switch between, but it was a vastly different gameplay style. Being a platformer, usually 2D, some 3D because of Mario's ability. And it was just platformer with the real time jumping action battles, more like the the old Mario games. But it still had the same. Well, the writing has still been great across the whole series, but it changed to focus more on the humor parts since the first 3 games. Yo, gifted a tier sub the Viper. Thank you. Thank you,
Of course.
20XX. A Viper saying,
Okay.
alright, I'm gonna hop off and get started. Catch you later, homie. Alright, catch you later, Viper. Oh, wait, get started. Oh, are you streaming too? Okay, okay.
Yo, okay. Anyways, continue.
In case it was saying Big F about the runaway thing. But given 70 gifted subs to the channel. Let's just get
Oh
a.
no, I shouldn't have done that, dude. I was at 69.
You were at
Nice.
the golden number.
I was at the golden number. And Viper, I want that gift to sub back, bro. Give it back. I need that. I need that sub back.
I'm sure Viper could agree with that because of how cultured he is. He knows what's up.
Oh, Viper, give me back that sub, dude. I need that sub back.
Oh man, if only.
Well, okay, you know what? Just imagine he did, and I'm still at 69 gifted subs.
There we go. 6ix9ine get the subs, the goat for the
You know
channel.
what? I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna screenshot when I gifted the 5 subs. I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna screenshot it. And I'm gonna keep that in my history
Viper, give him
books.
his freaking sub back. He needs to go.
I need the
Oh
golden
god, focusing. Pros.
Okay.
Origami King was fun because it was one of the games that I was able to showcase voice acting with. And I remember you were there and Armenia was there and he was like, "Yo, the voice you're doing for Ollie though." I was like, "Yes." Because I just kind of thought, Shy Guy voice and then like Lore or Demented.
Of
So
course.
that's the voice that I got for that one. And when I was voicing Peach at the very beginning of it, because I was like, okay, all of them, if they're taking over like this, I'm sure they'll probably sound like soulless. So I was going for a Peach voice, but kind of where it wouldn't really have any sort of uh what is the word, intonation behind it, emotion behind it, but it's still
Like,
but it's still
I don't know, but you know what? We'll say that it was the first one. So
yes. It sounded, a soulless voice, but still kind of Peach. And I think I did a good balance for everybody that was under that what's the word, curse, I guess. Peach, the Shy Guy. The Goomba was just chilling, dude, and he got turned into Origami. I loved that Goomba. It was so sad.
Goomba
Goomba
didn't do anything to deserve that,
He didn't
dude.
do anything wrong, dude. Goomba was just happy to be here. He was, cause like he was all like was he just talking about wanting to see like the castle and like wanting to see the princess and something else. He was like he was just happy to be here. I was like, I like this Goomba. And then when we didn't see him for a while, and then he came out behind the doors after all y'all, I'm like, they got the Goomba, bro, not the Goomba. I hate that I lost that stream. That was God. I hate it because that was one of the favorites and the highlights of the series. But I just procrastinated a little bit too long on highlighting the stream, and it got lost in time. But that was one of the favorite ones for the voice acting element of it. That's
Okay,
something
sorry.
What's up?
Sorry. No, I just read something funny. Sorry.
Oh.
Go on, continue. I'll tell you in a bit. Continue.
All right, Casey, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Viper's stream, guys. Take care. All right, Casey. Yeah, I think you are doing like they're doing something like on voice together. So y'all has a good one. Thank you for dropping by the stream. Thank y'all for chatting. But positives have been being able to lean more into showing voice acting stuff, showcasing voice acting stuff, because that's one of the one of the hobbies I love doing, voice acting and then singing. You were doing your karaoke stream the other night. And I'm like, I kind of want to do that though. So
Oh,
like maybe
I think
so
it'd be
like
great.
so like maybe karaoke will be a thing. Maybe not
I'll
because like I
pull up.
was
I'll pull up for that.
yeah, yeah, hold me to that. I was doing some rereading on like guidelines and stuff, and I was like, is this fine to do? And I see a section that they have for karaoke, and I'm like, maybe
Oh, I
not
did not
on
know that.
Twitch.
I kept it as just chatting because I don't want to change the categories.
Yeah,
I'm too what's it? No, I'm just not about it.
yeah. If anything, karaoke streams I would do on YouTube because that's where I've done singing before.
I
So
believe it.
So I think we'll be better over there. Even though if I get some sort of copyright thing over there, I YouTube streams I'm not really on YouTube for like the funds part of it. I'm not even able to have ads on YouTube stuff yet because you have to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to get
They changed that.
like to run
I thought it
ads.
was like
Yeah, it
I thought it
was
was like
500.
500. I thought it was 500. Oh
Yeah, it was
shoot!
500 subs, and then it
Kill
was
my YouTube career. Why don't you?
right, and then it was at some point like mid 2019 that they changed it, and like I had a thing like in my like on my Discord a while back, and then like the Facebook as well, and I was like because I was that this is when I was still using my phone to do streams,
Gotcha.
so because they killed the mobile streaming part of things for YouTube, I was like God, yeah. We'll have to try to figure something else out in the meantime. So that's where I went back to Facebook for a short time. But then my man Casey came in clutch with the donation of a capture card, and that's when we were finally able to have some HDness for our content. So we were able to do YouTube again. So we were on YouTube like um fully for the rest of 2019 and 2020, and then we moved over to Twitch and kept things going with OBS. Johnny Capricorn would say my main fighter is Roar or Mr. Game and Watch. Nice choices.
Mr. Game and Watch.
And let's see. Don't tell me that distracting my thought process. Oh God. um, I had I yeah. I was talking about the ads and YouTube streaming to Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um that I remember and still fuck YouTube would be the home for the singing streams. Like I'll so voice acting stuff will be showcased in the various games that I do. Maybe I might
Right.
incorporate something into doing like try to record like demo reels kind of things. Maybe I can make those be streams. Like if I were to try to go for like the voice of Sonic in some sort of fan project or the voice of any other character I feel like I could do for a thing, I'll be like, I'm gonna try to record lines, live with you guys and see how reception for that goes. Maybe that's something I can experiment with this year. Try to have voice
Well,
acting be a bigger thing.
if you ever want some advice on voice acting and all that stuff, I do have some peeps, or I do have someone who is in the voice acting kind of business half of stuff. So, if you
Okay.
wanna go ahead and go ahead and talk to him for a bit for a little more advice, I'll be happy to get you started with him. Says he does it actually. Like he
Oh,
likes
gotcha.
voice acting. He has
Sweet. Okay.
experience with it as well, and he's in my community too. So
Oh, nice. And welcome, Jay. No, I've been on here for like an hour and a half, I think now at this point. Yeah, we've been live for a hot minute. You've missed a decent. Well, actually, you've missed not much. Actually, you've missed everything and nothing.
you missed
um.
these. No, no, I can't even finish that joke properly.
Oh God! As you can hear, we got the homie on VC. We got 20XX here. He
Sir.
he wanted to hop on for a sort of interview of sorts for a one
Yes.
year on Twitch. We just been kind of like rambling about
Um,
some things kind of relating to his question, and this is still like his first official question that we've been on for like 20 minutes. uh,
I mean, it's a long question, so it's not.
yeah, yeah.
This question is a long one, so it's not meant to be like short answered.
Yeah. And
Okay,
Jay said,
okay, real quick. That's kind
yeah.
of what made the 7th episode of my podcast unenjoyable, really. Hence
Oh,
why it's probably like my least favorite that I've done because the answers were so short. And I'm just like, let me just. I was
it's
like make it interesting. Don't give me short, simple answers. I don't like it. I don't like it, man.
7. Oh, yeah. That yeah, he was episode 7. Got you. Yeah, I was there for like a
No,
short time
I
for that
still
one.
love him. Don't get me wrong. I still love him,
Yeah.
but my God, dude, though he gave me no depth at all. I was like, oh damn, I have to just like keep firing these questions at him. Like he made
Yeah.
me run out of questions with how fast he was answering them, and then like I guess the other thing that made it really unenjoyable is that he's basically asking himself questions or telling me questions to ask him, and I'm like,
Hmm.
okay.
Okay.
I was like, okay. I was like, so I just went along with it. And you can see, and as you can see, that's the shortest VOD that we have.
Well, not by too much, cause just a little bit
Well, not
longer
by too much. Yeah, I was
is the
like,
episode 6. Like the episode right before is 2 hours and
oh, that,
37, so it's like 8-minute no, like
well,
9-minute difference.
oh, that's because she had to go. That's because she had stuff to do. So I was like, oh, okay. So that was
Oh,
just
okay.
inconvenient. But like, she said if we could go for a little bit longer, because she did have family in town and like family was trying to talk to her and all that stuff. If family wasn't there,
Uh,
we could have gone on for maybe even longer than our episode. So I was like,
oh
okay.
wow.
So I was like, okay, I get it. I was like, please do what you got to do. I was like, I understand if stuff like that comes up. So that was the only reason why it's like one of the shortest episodes, and like why it's kind of not up there in my favorites, because I feel like it could have been like way more. So I was just like, oh, okay, just because we had to cut it short is what killed it, really. But
Okay, yeah,
no,
I get that.
but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. I still enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I was like, I enjoyed all the episodes. Don't get me wrong. In no way, shape, or form, I'd be like, oh, I hated those episodes. I was like, no. I was like, but you can definitely tell like which episodes had like more passion into them. And I was like, and the only reason why the first episode was so short is because that was the test run, and some
Mhm.
people did have to leave. So I was like, ah, like that's really the only reason why some of the episodes are so short is because some people actually had to leave, or if I just like genuinely didn't really enjoy it that much, which is hard for me not
Yeah.
to, which I do hate saying, because it's like, because I do enjoy having my podcast and my guests, but then like, there's not much you can do to control like the reactions you get. You know what I mean? It's just more so like you got to go based off of feels.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that 100%.
Also, I feel like Frankie was only the longest episode of the VODs out of the VODs because we had like a lot of technical difficulties at first. So
Oh no.
we were trying to fix that at the start,
Mhm.
and then like it shows that you were the longest episode. I was like, trust me, the VOD was longer though, but I had to cut up. But that's not including the intro, so I was like, I guess that's about accurate as it can get.
Talking about for Frankie's or ours?
Yours.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if I was like, we could have went for 4 hours. I promise you, we could have
Easy.
went for 4 hours, easy. But I was like, just time difference for us, really. And so I was like, I was getting really concerned about it, and I was like, I think I need to let you go. I was like, because
Mhm.
it looked kind of late on your side, and I was like,
Yeah, it was.
oh.
It had gotten late on my side when I was on there, and it's late on my side now actually. So don't want to be on for
Oh, I see that.
crazy for like
I
crazy
see
much
that
longer.
timer. I see that timer, my dear.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. But like
so
I'm not really tired yet though, because I took like a 2 or 3 hour
big
nap
on,
earlier, so
big on that. Anyways,
so it's not
all right.
it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. Okay, so if you were to tell the Yoshin 1 year ago, like before you started Twitch streaming, what advice would you give them first before starting? Like you're about to hop on like your first ever Twitch stream, and like your older self from 1 year pops up, and you're just like, what would you tell them?
Mm. I would I would have told them to do more of practicing what I watched in the videos of setting up a stream, and instead of just kind of starting it and then taking it as we went. I had a bit of overlays already made, coming from YouTube side of things because I had already had stuff for like whenever I covered like when I had covered the crew battles and tournament runs, I had the basic things already in place as far as having a webcam overlay with face cam in the corner and having like scoring things. Because I already had things for the most part set coming from YouTube to Twitch, but things like how I finally have set up now where I have to chat on stream. I've wanted to have this be a thing for ages. So now that I finally have something like that set up, I would have definitely told myself to practice things more before going like basically I would have said to do multiple test streams instead of just kind of going into it and not having any sort of uh preparation at all to streaming on Twitch because my first few Twitch my first few Twitch streams are scuffed because I'm
With
the
the wings.
my
With the
Twitch
wings. Okay.
screams. They were very scuffed because I was like, I'm a new Twitch streamer. I'm used to YouTube, not sure how I'm supposed to even share the stream from like the dashboard. I forgot I do that again, to be honest. But it's things like that. Um, having the chat overlay on there, having any sort of uh what are the things that come up on stream for like follows and gifted like, subscriptions, gifted subs, bits. I have those things there now. They tend to like mess up sometimes here and there, but they're in place. And the main thing I don't have going now for me at this point are the bots. Since I finally got the chat thing figured out, the main thing
Yeah.
left really is the bots. So like once I get that set up, I'm on my way to definitely going in the right
Oh, Dragon already
direction.
helped me out with them.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
told you.
appreciate it. Yeah, you did tell me that. Let me address earlier messages. Jay, you did say something. Heard something about voice acting careers. Yeah, we were talking about voice acting when you came into the stream. Um, gonna um gonna talk with 20's friend at some point and see what advice they could have for me for voice acting. I'm sure one of the first things they'll probably say is that USB mics. Nah, they'll say Blue Yeti. Nah, you gotta get an XLR mic. I researched that much at least because they're not like the best quality for voiceover work from what I've read. Um, Thankfully there are like budget options for like XLR mics and and there's other kinds, but uh yeah, like these kinds of USB I think condenser microphones is what they're called. They're just not the greatest because they like with louder um lines and like uh shouts and stuff, it'll like it'll peak or it'll just not pick up at all. So it's things like that that kind of detract it from being a good solution starting off. I mean, obviously, if you're just starting off, you use what you have. I'm gonna use the Yeti because I have the Yeti for now. But like um once I have some more funds to be able to do, and like if I see something happening with voice acting, then for sure I'll try to commit to getting another microphone for that specific thing. And then Jay also added saying, still can't stand that the stupid. See, are you talking about the anime in general, or are you just talking about Mommy? Because like I know you can't stand Mommy from Rent a Girlfriend. I was thinking about Jay earlier when Viper said the thing about Mommy. I'm like, oh, Jay was here. He'd be probably talking more about this. Cannot stand. I don't think anybody who watched the anime or read the manga can stand Mommy. She just I don't know if she ends up having some sort of arc or something later in the manga after the first season or like in season 2 of the anime that we're gonna see. I don't know if she has some sort of arc that maybe she has some redemption. I don't know how she could have any sort of redemption, but
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I don't think she can have any redemption either.
I don't think she could because I don't want her to be back in the picture. I don't want
Bring someone new. Bring someone new in, please, 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 please.
Not even new, just like just to have because like from trail. This is the like just really quick tangent. Not gonna go into a full thing about this, but like a a trailer. Like I didn't watch the trailer yet, but I hovered over it on my desktop on my laptop feed for YouTube, and it's a newer trailer for Rent a Girlfriend season 2, and it shows Sumi being a little bit more outgoing because we see her take Kazuya's hand, like drag him like around a bit, and
Yeah.
like she's actually being a little more forward. I'm like, oh wow, this is did we not see something
Character
happen
development.
like in between the first season and now? Like did she, because like Chizuru did say that she really enjoyed the date that Kazuya took her on. So like maybe like it's possible that she's only feeling that confident with Kazuya and like the other girls, of course. But like just seeing that happen in the like in that little bit of I saw scrubbing over the thumbnail part of it, I'm like, oh wow, she's like being like more confident and like actually dragging him around a bit. I'm like, oh geez, this could be this could be Sumi's arc possibly. We might see more of her like trying in season 2, or like trying to be more in the spotlight, I guess is the word. Because like honestly, season 1 was like Chizuru like Ruka show with like dashes of mommy there because like they're the first they're the first main 3, of course.
Of
But
course. Also, real quick, I'll be
yeah.
right back. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go get me some things for my soda over here.
Okay,
I
gotcha,
was
gotcha.
like, I was so invested, and I was like, getting kind of thirsty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. And then Jay's saying, she doesn't need a redemption. She's every man's cancer. She's basically every woman in today's society. Can't stand girls like that. Hey, that's why I don't want her to have as much time in the second season. I don't want her to be in the spotlight as much. Like, be there enough, for the voice actress to have uh her time on the show, because we can't just take a whole job from this woman. But I don't want her to be a focal point because season 1 had the. Because if we were to talk about the episode, like divisions of like how much each girl was in each, of course Chizuru was like in every one, because she's the main girl that Kazuya is like actually after. Red, welcome to the streams, mommy. Yo, don't get got, Red. It's like mommy best girl. Oh God, Red, you trying to start a war. You trying to start a war out here. Um, Chizuru was in every episode of the first season, of course. Um, then Ruka showed up. What, that episode 4? I think, was it 4 or 5? I know it was like somewhere about halfway in. Yeah, I figured you was done. Okay, I'm lying. I knew you had to be lying. I knew that had to be Cap. But yeah, like once Ruka was introduced, I'm pretty sure she was like there every episode going from that. Only if it was like maybe it was in like flashbacks or like cameo appearances from from her debut to the end of it. And then Sumi was there. I think Sumi. God, did Sumi appear after Ruka? I think Sumi appeared after Ruka did. So she'd be even later in. So Sumi had the least screen time in season 1. So like I'm glad that in the new trailer for season 2 they have Sumi there front and center. So I'm hoping that she has a lot more time in season 2. Jason's Rancy, wish I could. That's the dream, dude. um, obviously there's a good and bad on it. Yeah, move to Japan. That's the best advice. Whereas I move to Japan and then you can rent a girlfriend. Just to be able to have just to have that feeling for an hour or a couple hours, just to experience it.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Welcome back.
Oh,
We
I
somehow
see the
got
chat.
Yeah, we somehow
See
got
the
into
chat going.
yeah, Red joined, and Jay was like, wish I could rent a girlfriend, and Red's like, move to Japan. There you go.
Move to Japan, bro.
Move to Japan. or take a trip to Japan, and then that's one of the things that we will try our time there. We will try the services of renting a girlfriend, and then we will say that we were
course.
really there for the culture. Nah, that's not all the culture. uh, but no, we will definitely hit up the Tokyo capital. That's like the main central for like manga and anime and such. It's Akihabara is like definitely a main place we have to go. Oh, maid cafes, 100% maid cafes. We will definitely go to maid cafes when and or if we ever have a trip to Japan. Yes, we will block this out. We will make time. Okay, so like on the notes for the agenda, right? Maid cafe. We're gonna go to maid cafe. we will we will try a rent a girlfriend. Try to the services for a rent a girlfriend. Um, what else? We will go. Um, we will we will go and buy manga from the homeland. There we go. Buy some manga. You know, the ones that we probably won't be able to read because they'll be like the first prints in Japanese. Would just be, we will treat them for just the art. Oh, because we won't be able to unless we are in Duolingo a lot and understanding the characters for Japanese. We will not be understanding those original print mangas. We better get our okay phone. You want to fall? we better get our we better get our Kodansha prints for manga. You know, translated to English. We can read this. Okay, this is English. We can read this. But everything else we won't be able to read if we buy it from there. Rest I'm gonna open a cafe that does the maid cafe. I was like, oh, U.S. maid cafe, right? I see you. And Jay was saying this man, this man here. I'm trying to get a loan. Okay, I wish you luck on getting that loan. Trying to get that off the ground. Maid cafe. You heard it. You heard it here, folks. A man regular trying to get trying to get a local maid cafe going.
I wish you the best.
He said what? Oh yeah, wish him the best. Yes, yes, wish him the
I
best.
wish you the best.
Yes, definitely. God, what was the question you left me with was the uh what was the question you left me
what would you tell Yoshin
with? Yoshin a
from one
year
year
ago.
ago? When, yeah, before he started streaming.
Yeah, basically just like I was saying of practicing what I watched more in terms of having even more prepared for like the Twitch side of things because I had overlays in OBS from YouTube to Twitch again. Um and um Yeah, I had the groundwork there. I had like the basic things there for, you know, the away from camera, the unmuted sort of thing, things like that. But having stuff like the chat actually being on stream, something I could have had on going ever since YouTube. I think I tried it at least once that I couldn't get it to work. Um,
Yes.
just practicing more with things before we do like a first real stream. Do like at least three to half dozen test streams before you like went into the first actual one. Because the first real one again was a crew battle. So like that one was one that it was one where I decided on something that was scheduled. So if it was me deciding when to do a stream, I would have probably streamed later than I did. Excuse me, last year. It probably wouldn't have been April 24th. It probably would have been whenever I had set something up. Excuse me, but it would have um yeah, it would have been more on my time. I probably would have tried to do more test things beforehand. But I think, all things considered, doing pretty good for the first year. I would definitely say to do more practice, um, with just getting more of the Twitch side of things understood and implemented before going for the stream. And and then try to now now that I know uh
how it's
with
gonna turn out.
yeah, like now that I know how to do those things, I was gonna tie in something that you've been helping me with of getting more connections, like actually going to other people's channels, especially like with raids when you finish your stream, raid other people and meet like get out of a box of what you know in terms of the people that you're interacting with. Reach out to as many people as humanly possible, and then go back to your homies and see if they'll like you in person buds and see if they're willing to like come through and watch your stream time to time. I'm bad at just reaching out to people like my friends from high school and such, just texting, calling them. I'm just bad at that in general. So like going and just having them as support again, that's something that you can definitely have uh for your stream. So like I would say all that to an a year younger Yoshin to not be afraid of reaching out to people and have like connections to start off, and then just practice more before going through for a full stream, and to and don't always expect that there will be a lot of activity in chat. Just kind of keep going like you're always talking to somebody. That's basically my spiel on that. And catching up in chat, Jay was saying just be careful of women here. Uh, they'll be like a degrading blah blah blah. Yeah, definitely just be careful. I mean that's for anywhere in the world, Jay. Not even just here. And Red says also it's cost rough. Oh, so that's what that translates from yen to U.S. dollars. Roughly $48 an hour. The girl and the girlfriend in Japan. That's so if we were Austria, so about $150 for 2 hours, 3 hours. In the grand scheme of things, somebody would look at you and be like, you wanna spend over $100 just so you can hang out with somebody from the opposite sex? Is you for real? But on one hand, it's not that bad because you're getting an experience, not um just interacting with somebody. You're interacting with women who are in this business to do the best that they can to make you feel good, and to um just provide just a nice wholesome time. Just do typical date things, probably go to various sites, and you'll eat your dinner, you'll have the you'll have the good conversation, just what you would expect from a just from a girlfriend experience.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
it 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 just of course wouldn't be anything, a lot like I'm sure like things like holding hands and stuff is fine, but as far as going in for the kiss, nah, you can't do that, you can't do that. uh, Jace says about Twitch, even though I still get less views, at least I have some people communicating to my streams than YouTube. Yeah, Jay is relatively new to streaming on Twitch. He started not this Sunday, but last week Sunday, with his own Road to Battle League. He's playing Mario Strikers Charged, and he has been getting a couple of consistent people. Like somewhat like one of the people that watched his Strikers the previous week was there again this week. I'm like, yo, there you go, Jay. You got one of your reoccurring viewers here, so you love to see that. And then what else did you say, Jay? $40 an hour. Imagine Kazuya spending that money renting Chizuru most of the time. Dang, the girl is rich. What do you mean the girl is rich? Kazuya must be got mad money somewhere. Actually, you know what? He had to rent her for a year. Let's actually think about this for a quick minute.
I know, right?
Let's think about how much money this man has spent on Chizuru got mad money from Kazuya in his first season. Now that we honestly think about it. Wait, because it actually like because it shows it like in the manga. I don't have the manga physically for Rent a Girlfriend, but like I started reading it digitally because I was able to find you know uh Kindle sample like on Amazon. I was reading it from that. So it has because of course you know how it'll have in certain things it'll have it in like a in a box where it'll trans actually I can get the first issue of this and I can show you. Uh, if I
Okay.
direct you if I direct you gentlemen to the first few pages of the first page first volume of Quintessential Quintuplets, cause it cause
I didn't know we were getting a reading stream now.
no, it's not. It's not a full on one. Let's see. Because right here at the bottom, because it'll like, yeah, it'll asterisk something if it sees it as something of importance that it should denote, or if it has something that it needs to translate. Basically, if it's something that's like Japanese culture that the Western side wouldn't know, they'll make you like a good they'll make good on actually showing that. So the very bottom of the first page of Quintuplets, Futuro, it shows that he orders a meal from the cafeteria, like one barbecue meal, pulled barbecue, and of course the peer's like, "What's up with that guy? He's just like getting this meal and taking out like the main part of the meal, but he's like, oh, these fools! I'm actually getting the best deal because if we look at this, it's got at the bottom that 100 yen translates to roughly 1 US dollar. So if we take that into consideration, like kind of compare things, uh his dialogue is or like his thoughts in the box. If you subtract the barbecue plate, 200 yen, so about $2, from the barbecue meal, which is $4, 400 yen, you get a bowl of miso soup and pickled veggies on the side for the same price. So he's actually getting, decent-ish bit of food for $2. So
Not too bad.
Futuro.
I mean,
So
you can get a bag of chips for $2 here in the U.S.
see we're the real ones losing out on deals.
I know, right?
we're we're the real suckers here. And then it's funny because later in the first part in the next few pages of this, because the first one he encounters is Itsuki, um, and in comparison to her plate, because he ends up saying, let's see, doesn't yeah, so 250 yen udon, 150 yen shrimp tempura times two, so that's 300 yen. 100 yen squid tempura. Chicken. Wait, actually, I didn't realize that. So like, is that 100 yen each? 100 yen for squid tempura, chicken tempura, and sweet potato tempura. I don't know if that's 100 yen for all of that or just for each thing. I'm not sure. And 180 yen bland for dessert. And he was like spending over 1,000 yen for lunch. What kind of celebrity life is this? 1,000 yen translating to about $10. And if we were to, for an individual person just getting lunch at the school cafeteria, that's a lot. I if I had to pay for my school lunch, I wouldn't be out here spending $10 a day on my food.
True.
I'm not about that. We would not be doing that. But God, I can't remember how much actually from the that it had cost Kazuya to rent Cheesery the first time because I know it was that God, hold on. It was at least well, if we go from a red translation, he said $48 US dollars. So that's probably about ooh, 4,800 yen an hour? If that's what he was saying?
I guess.
Yeah, it's about what I was thinking of. Um And then Red was saying you need to play more diverse games where the Persona, Final Fantasy, Celeste, Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, Hades, and Outlast. I do need to diversify my games. You're right. You're right. I feel like out of those you listed, I would play Persona first. Persona or Final Fantasy out of those. No, actually, Hollow Knight I would probably play first. Hollow Knight or Celeste I would probably play because
Dude,
they're
Hollow
the
Knight is
smaller
dope.
games.
Hollow Knight is dope.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
actually.
definitely heard. Oh yeah, for sure. Reddit added, no, you think about $100 to hang out with a girlfriend sounds cheap. Yeah, it's not that's what I was saying. Like it's not that much in the grand scheme of things. Like, but if you're a madman like Kasi, you're doing it like what he I think it was like a couple times a week. He was doing it for that year. Uh, girls always want to go somewhere or eat, and I cost and it costs a lot of money. And Jay was like, for 8 hours for the day. I did the days last the whole day when he was with Cheese? I don't think they did. No, actually, yeah, some most of them did. When I really think about it, I think some of those just ended up them being at the same place at the same time because like we we learned in the first episode that they basically stay in the same uh, campus complex, building complex, something like that. They're neighbors, so like they'll inevitably cross paths. And then Jay was saying, so according to Crunchyroll, this man spent $380 a day for cheeseburger. What the? Wait, how did you find it that fast with Crunchyroll? Like, did you like look at the sub thing real fast? Ace Attorney, I need to play for sure too. And then Red says you can buy pieces of chicken in Japan for 25 cents each. It's the best food you ever eat. Oh wow, that's really a good deal. And then again, we're at the point of asking how we got here.
You know what? It wouldn't be an interview if it didn't go somewhere. Like if it didn't like stray elsewhere.
It
You
wouldn't
know, I
be a
feel like
dark
that's just
stream.
bound to happen. Yeah, it would be not so entertaining because I mean, like you and I already know each other quite a bit, so knowing
Mhm.
that like we get off topic a lot means that we just like having genuine conversations.
Just genuine conversation. We just here vibing, just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
If I go back and chat, maybe that will give me an idea where we were. Uh,
I
yeah,
mean, I mean,
yeah. I think it was just us finishing up the. We were finishing up the question of the telling 1 year ago Yoshi because Jay was talking about being on Twitch. No, you asked me something else.
yeah. No, that was it.
Okay, that
Just
was it.
about pros and cons. Just about pros and cons, really.
Oh wait, Red, hold on. You said I was kidding about Hollow Knight, Dead Cell, Celeste. I don't think you have the skills to beat them. Challenge accepted. You're probably right, but challenge accepted. We're not gonna take this sitting down. I'm gonna try one of those games. I know that one or all of those are considered to be like the Dark Souls of 2D platformers though. So like maybe I'm trying to bark up the wrong tree. uh but I am down to try. And then apparently there's this other game that's more of like vertical challenge. I've seen like a bunch of VTubers play it, and then Sea Dog VA, who has basically gone down a VTuber rabbit hole by this point. Not unlike us, not gonna lie. But this game called Jump King that that is being that is popular at the moment, which you essentially just have to not fall. You it's it's more or less a 2D platformer, but only vertical, if that makes any sense. I'm probably describing it very poorly. It's probably more than how I'm describing it. But that one seems like one that would definitely aggravate me too if I were to try it out. Out of because I've seen Celeste and Hollow Knight the most, more so Celeste, because it looks like you have a lot of mechanics, a lot of that you have in a general move set. Like you have your wall jumps. I think there's like some sort of like depending on it's either I don't know if it's depending on what kind of speed you get. If it's like the Sonic Advance games or something, but like there's like an after image trail that trails behind there at some points. Uh, I'm not sure what is behind that. But I remember seeing that and I thought it looked really cool. Um, Hollow Knight just looks hard, just in general. I haven't really seen much of Dead Cells though, so I can't really. Or is it Cells or Cell? Because you said without an S in one, then you said with the S. No, I'm assuming it's Dead Cells, like with the S on it. But with those two questions answered, you got anything else for me, 20?
Well, I'm gonna hit you with one more thing, and then I'll give you a little bit of advice on how I think you could. Or actually, no. Actually, yeah. My one advice that I feel like I would have given for you to like make this year a little bit better is definitely putting yourself out there, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
obviously, you have your tournaments and all that stuff, and that was pretty acknowledgement. You know, I mean, you got some pretty top players in there. You got Mabel, you got Lazy Zach, and Supergirl Kells in there, but you
yeah.
know,
That
and
was
you
really
got
cool.
20XX and those things. I mean,
Yeah,
nonetheless. But I think it's definitely just doing more raids, man. I started realizing you never really did that many raids because you were worried about the viewership and like how many people were in your chat at the time. Where like honestly, it doesn't matter how many viewers you have because whether you like it or not, you know, like people will like acknowledge your raids. Like if you're in like a more moderate channel like my own or something like that, like obviously if you're rating like Hungry Box, obviously he's not going to acknowledge it entirely.
yeah.
But if if it's like a smaller chat, of course someone will acknowledge you. I promise.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like and I've come to see that in the past a while that I've started rating people consistently. Like ever
I
since
know,
you
like
were giving the advice, I've like after every stream I end up rating somebody. It doesn't even matter if I just have two people still at the end of a stream.
yeah,
I'm like, all right, who we
doesn't even matter
rating,
if you have
boys?
one sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, of
So
course, exactly.
you know, and like, and I'm pretty sure you've already seen it enough, you know, because it's just like you know, now if there's enough people in that like stream and all that stuff, people will see it and they'll be like, "Oh, you know, you also stream," and like you'll see some people that know you, and they'll go,
Mhm.
"Oh, wait, I didn't know you streamed," and all that stuff, and then it's just like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
stream," and then now you push yourself, and then you have people that are like, "Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, okay, maybe I can go watch your stream one time," you know. And obviously, it shows with you hitting your first goal of 2022. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
exactly. The first follower goal was 250 followers, and we hit that. We're at 254 now, so our next one
exactly,
is
dude.
350. Hoping to hit that by the end of hoping to try to do it by the end of June. Trying to be that like my quarter two goal.
Well, that's a good start, my dude. So definitely, that's what I mean. Like, it'll definitely get you somewhere. So you know, now seeing you putting yourself out there and seeing like yourself with like bigger people and all that stuff, and people are like, "Yo, I didn't know you streamed." Or like, "Oh, you stream shit. I'll hit you with that following." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, so obviously that. But one last question is, throughout your 1 year here on Twitch, what would you rate it, 1 through 10?
How would I rate the first year? Uh, I'd give it a solid like 7 to 8 out of 10. I would say. Jay
Mm,
came in with his own rating. He said a 7. Jay, Jay was like a 7. Before I even said it, it's like I'm gonna throw my rating in there too. But hey, a 7 out of 10 is considered, a very good rating. So I take that. Or at the very least considered good. And then to actually address what Red says, it's funny you say the schedule thing because I have been doing that. Have you see this overlay here? Because once again, thanks to the idea 20xx was did these in their Discord and had like a separate channel made for it, which I actually made a dedicated channel for like 2 or 3 days ago to have these graphics to give a tentative schedule idea for when I'm going to be streaming. So uh
Yeah.
so that
But
like
like,
how I have it blocked out by these, and I haven't been following them exactly, which is what I was saying earlier about one of the parts I kicked myself about of not completely being able to
okay,
do everything, but it's tentative for a reason.
yeah, isn't it good though to have a schedule in the first place?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Because
that
like
definitely.
now, like you have that set expectation for yourself, but it like that way if you cancel anything, people are like, oh well, if that's the case, then what else does he have planned for the week, or what can I look forward to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I got that.
Like, cause I never used to do that. I used to be like free balling, like just like you. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna free ball this,
Hmm.
like whatever we want to do on stream, and then I would do that. But then I'm just like, some people will come in and be like, "Oh, are you gonna possibly play Mario Kart?" And I'll be like, "Maybe," and I was like, "Maybe," but then like now, if you dedicate like a certain day to something, like for me, it's Mario Kart Mondays. What a
Hmm.
shocker! And then it's just like, yeah, Mario Kart. So then people are like, "Oh, cool." That way, if they know, it'd be like, "Oh, cool, I can participate on Monday." So that way, I can go play Mario Kart with the streamer. And that way more people will come in, and then if let's say like just for you specifically, you're playing Mario Strikers on Friday, and people love that game and it's more nostalgic. He's like, yo, I'm gonna watch someone play it because I used to play that, and it's just like it brings different types of viewers in without having it to be like specifically the same, like 1 to 2 or 3 to 5, whatever like the usual people, because now which audience you're attracting to certain days. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
that's
understand
just
that completely. Yeah,
because
having
I
a
know.
schedule sets it up where people have their like they can see it from they can see what's coming for different days from a distance. So like um if especially if it's things that they can play with viewers, like you say with the Mario Kart, it's about inclusion and feeling like it's more than just this untouchable person you're seeing on this stream. Having the Mario Kart with viewers and other games you can play with viewers like Smash and and Jackbox. Dude, Jackbox was so fun when I played with Peachy
With Peachy,
and
oh,
his
dude, I
friends the
saw,
other
I
night.
saw,
That
I
was
saw.
that was it was like I got curb stomped, but it was still fun to play it.
Oh no, absolutely. When are you gonna bring Mario Kart into your streams?
That's a really good point. I wanted to bring it in as soon as as soon as I had bought the booster pack, which was God, that might have been, was that like a week
About
after?
2 months, about 2 months ago, when they first came out, because
Yeah,
the track's been out for quite a bit, honestly.
yeah, yeah, the tracks have been out for a little over a month now. It was like March
Because
18th, I think the date was.
yeah, because it was out when I was talking
No, I
to a
I
certain
have played
streamer.
the booster pack, Jay. I've played it. I just haven't played it on stream.
Yeah, and I remember you haven't played it on your streams, but I do remember you playing it with me a couple times. So
Yeah, I played with I played it with you. I played because I bought it so I could play with Viper because Viper was playing Mario Kart. I Because in his server he has like game nights and such. So he had he had people there. I think it was, well, no, was it a game night? It might have just been wanted to play Mario Kart. Like he was on, and I was like, "Hey, are you still on that Mario Kart?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm still playing." I'm like, "Bet." So I got on, and at first it was like, okay, if one like if the person who's hosting has the uh the tracks, then somebody who comes in can also play those tracks. Like you don't have to buy it. Like that was the way that
yeah,
people were
yeah,
like
you don't
loopholing
realize,
around it.
like, yeah, you don't realize how big like something like that can be though for like a Twitch streamer, just like
Yeah, yeah.
viewership in general. Because like now you're just building that viewership with your audience,
You're building you're
and
building the viewership and the first parts of a community. Yeah.
exactly. Also, nah, never mind. That's not my stream. I'm so used to having it be my stream to make announcements. So knowing that like I'm doing this with you, and like I'm used to having people be my guests But now that I'm because of someone else's thing, it's so
Yo.
weird. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Uh, let's see.
I don't know. Now I was like, now I remember what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I'll let you catch up with chat, and then I'll
yeah,
say
I'm
my
catching up in
last
chat.
bits, and then I'll go ahead and let you go because I do got to freshen up for tomorrow. So,
Let me catch up in chat here. Uh, seeing Red's
because
older
unlike you, I
message.
didn't. It's like because unlike you, I did not get a good nap today. In fact, I've been up grinding. So
Oh man, yeah, we gotta make sure we're taking care of ourselves. All right, so Red said earlier, Dead Cells is the hardest game of the ones that I listed earlier. I still haven't completed it. It's been like 2 years. Oh geez, 2 years you started playing Dead Cells and you still haven't beaten it? Fear. Then I have fear. And you were saying need to schedule, which I showed that picture earlier. And Jay's rating of 7. It was just kind of funny. He said it like right after I said it, 7 or 8 out of 10. And then Red's like 400 followers by tomorrow. You got this. Oh, you believe a little too much in me. I thank you, but oh, that's essentially 146 followers in a day. I'm not even sure of like big time people do. No, some big time people can hit that
you'd be
in a day.
surprised.
God, it had to be something very either something very popular at the time or just something that just aligned with that many people at once. And they're like, oh snap, this person's doing this, cool. And then they start networking with somebody else and like, hey yo, you see this stream? Hey, you see this stream? Hey yo, come see this stream.
Yeah,
Hey yo, what's up?
yeah, man.
uh,
All right. I
what else
was
was
gonna say
there?
though.
Hold on.
I was gonna say though. It
Hmm?
was talking about the podcast and like having it with people. I was like, you don't realize how much that kind of stuff can actually help boost like your like I almost said viability. I was like, what is this smash? No, your boost like your audience. You know what I mean? Because like
Hmm?
obviously people knew about you in my streams, but like obviously as you can tell, like our VOD episode being like one of the most popular ones, um, you don't realize like how much like people are like, oh wow, like he seems like a cool guy off stream and he seems pretty funny, because the stream's laughing at it. But it's just like, but he seems like a good homie. So it's like, increases your credibility. It increases your credibility and just like, the social status of yourself. Like, and I'm not saying that for like views or anything, but just more like
Yeah.
social status have been like, he's outgoing, your personality. That's what I should say. Your personality, not social status, your personality. There we go. I
Yeah.
can't use words today.
Happens to me every day.
Yeah, so like and that kind of stuff, like it really does help you, which is what I like doing on like my podcast mainly because like it helps people get to know you a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Anyways, well, I do believe I will take my leave though. It was fun at getting to know your thoughts on like your 1 year type of status. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I will
Thank you for
say,
coming.
of course, man. Well, thank you very much for having me just for a little bit, but also congrats on the 1 year, my dude. Also streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Good God.
Jesus Christ.
But
This was something that
I
was going to be
know.
like 45 minutes to an hour, turns into
Um,
two
hey,
hours.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Interviews will be like this for a long time. But anyways, congrats on the 1 year anniversary, my dude. I'm very happy to have been a part of this journey with you. And it's
Appreciate it.
kind of crazy to think that you've already hit a year on this platform. I'm about to hit a year and a half. Good lord. Good lord.
Yo.
Hell will help us all. But anyways, if you guys are watching the stream, please follow, subscribe, do whatever. Hit all the buttons that help this man, please. Get him to 100 subs in one day. I've done my bits.
Yo.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was your guys' turn. Please hit them all. Hit them all. Hit all the buttons. Anyways, though, but once again, congrats on 1 year, man. I'm very happy to have rated you as well. You have no idea. Like I was scrolling through the thing. I was like, because my phone died. I was like,
Oh,
who are we gonna raid? And all of a sudden, I see you pop in. And I was like, 1 year anniversary. I said, shit, we going there. I was like, let's go. I said, we raiding Yoshi. Let's go.
let's go.
But yeah, once again, congrats on 1 year, man. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of your community. It's very awesome to be here as well. Thank you guys so much for welcoming welcoming me to the community as well. But like I said, all right,
Yes.
congrats on your. I will let you go. I'll let you handle the rest. Do what you must do after this. But once again, stay safe, man. All right. Much love.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too, dude. You too.
Yeah, no problem. Catch you later.
Catch you later. All right. That was my man 20XX coming in with the interview questions. They were they were answered eventually, but we definitely, took a couple different avenues to get to the answers. Let me actually just go on here and take off the yeah, leave from that VC disconnect, and there we go. And I did see your message when you first left it, right? I was like, wow, that's genuinely some good advice. And then you just kind of go for a meme one next. Darshin viable for Smash? Nah, I would be like C tier at best. That's being generous. Um, there is no limits to what you can do as long as you have determination and luck. I believe this. You will get through life even more than. I believe this will get you through life even more than skill. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that. You can have all the skill in the world, but if you don't have the drive, like if you don't have determination to do it, like I'm guilty of this because I could have been doing a lot of things with like editing and such. That's something else I could have included in my answer of like uh things that I could have been doing better with Twitch, to have more people come to my Twitch by having more highlights and having more things uh be archived, and not just archived sitting on Twitch, but highlighted and uploaded to YouTube. Um if they're just the raw footage that's not touched, it's still a way of getting over to YouTube that they see it too. Because I have people on my YouTube side of things, like when I still stream on YouTube, mainly for like reactions to directs or do singing streams or anything of the sort. I have my regular people over there like Grenade Man, and actually the main regular for YouTube is Grenade Man. And then there's a handful over there um that tune into streams for just like the YouTube side of things that either don't have Twitch or don't or aren't aware of my Twitch side of things. So like if I can bring more from Twitch to YouTube, I think that'll do me a lot of good in terms of unifying my content and is the word branching out? Branching out into uh more content, and then being able to get more of my current content out faster. As far as the streams, especially with Mario Strikers, my Mario Strikers videos, I can be editing the VODs where I edit out all of the in betweens of the matches and like just showcase the matches themselves. If they want to see the full stream of everything, then they can watch the Twitch stream, the Twitch VOD or highlight. But if they just want to see the matches, get right into it, I'll edit out all of the in between stuff and just have the matches. That would probably turn a 3.5 hour stream into like an hour and a half VOD or 2 hour VOD. It's actually kind of wild how much I just talk and talk and talk in between stuff, and then ending off and everything else is too. And then I would like edit in uh an intro and outro after the fact. That'd be I would record and then put in there. So having adapting my Twitch content to YouTube is something else I can definitely be doing this moment forward. Red says Celeste. What about Celeste? Pick a game for me. Oh, that's what you did. See, the overlay thing on the thing, it doesn't what's the word? It doesn't show the channel points thing on there. Now you have no choice. Oh god. I think Casey did this already with picking a game for me to play. I gotta go back on that stream and see what it was now that I think about it. I didn't write it down. What was that game? But I'll definitely have Celeste on my list of games to try to prioritize and make time for stream. Now you have no choice. I did not catch up completely in chat from earlier. Let me see. Jay was saying that they consider themselves like a 5 so far in these 2 weeks. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate score. Yeah, about 5. Probably no higher than like 6. Even like if we're just going off of the kind of content and you with acknowledging chat, like you're doing that stuff right so far. It's just getting the things set up to have, like, if you get that set up to have chat be on screen, then you are a whole year ahead of me right there. And then of course I'm still gonna help you get the things set up for changing between things, because you say, yo, you change it between stuff like this and this, and what's another source I have just to be able to go to something? Uh, uh, yeah, that works. Like I'm gonna show you all that still, how to switch between scenes. Like if you can do that, then you can easily make that score go from 5 uh to 6 or 7. And then you were saying, so basically you want him to stream every night. I'm not sure if you were asking 20 that when he was here or asking Red that. Um, at first I was uh for a very short time I was streaming pretty much every day. Like in the month of February, for like a week or two, like I was streaming like, because I had streamed consistently from like a Friday straight into Wednesday or Thursday. 'Cause I remember the Tuesday was the February 22nd. That was on Tuesday. We played Mario Kart Double Dash, and that was very fun. Um, because Saturday was Pokemon still, of course. I think that was a Sunday that we had actually played Arceus, and then Monday we did something. Tuesday we did Mario Kart Double Dash. I think we still did something Wednesday as well. Uh, then it was something else. I'm not sure if that was the week that the tournament was that time or not. Yeah, the Wednesday and Thursday was the monthly for February. So the 23rd. No, was it? No, I think I did it 26th and 27th. I think I did it that final weekend of February. So that's the case. I think I ended up still having stuff consistent from like Thursday to the Friday, maybe. But that was a time where I streamed pretty much every day for a short time. And excuse me, it was very fulfilling. It was very nice to see that consistency. But on the one hand, it's very taxing on one, my schedule, and two, on just me, like feeling up to streaming that much and like blocking out that much time. It's definitely a it's definitely a lot. Um, where was I? With different types of games. Oh, I was that just add on to that. And you still haven't played the booster pack. No, that was earlier. I did play it. Mondays used to try to play I Want to Be the Guy. Tuesday can be Elden Ring. See, the problem with Elden Ring is that I don't have a PS4 or 5 or an Xbox Series S, X, or Xbox One. I don't have any current gen console that's set outside of a Switch. That'd be bad. Jay says it's kind of like when I do Switch Sunday streams where I play a variety of Switch exclusive games on Switch. I try to do podcasts to talk about random discussions. Yeah, that's been doing well on YouTube. And Red says there is no limits. That's what I've read already. Let's see. Jay says I'm trying to adapt stuff to YouTube to Twitch. I guess I need more determination. Yeah, you and me both, Jay. You're already doing better than me in terms of uh adapting stuff from Twitch to YouTube, because you've uploaded your whole VOD from the first episode of Red Battle League on your YouTube channel, and that's getting some views, and I'm sure you're gonna when you have the time, you're gonna get the stream for the part 2 that you did some hours ago and put that on YouTube for people to see. And then and then on Wednesday you're gonna have your press conference, talking about these next attempts at the Fire Cup that you went for, and then how you're gonna change to finally take Fire Cup once and for all. Looking forward to that press conference. Red says, speaking of doing Twitch streams, speed runs, I got a capture card coming in, and what is your best advice for someone who wants to get back into streaming? What will you tell yourself close a year ago? Jay says, I might get fired. Might get fired as a coach. No, don't think like that. Red advice is to look at um as many tutorials as possible. Don't be afraid to do test streams beforehand. Get OBS set up before you pick a day to do like your first actual stream. Reach out to people who already streaming. I'm down to help with wherever I can. Cause Jay's been asking me questions, and I can help out with you getting back into streaming. Like basic things, to the very first things you should definitely have are like a general overlay, like when you're playing a game, like just kind of the game to full screen. If you have a logo, it's your own choice. Have a scene where it's you in a face cam. If you want to incorporate face cam, have a scene for when you are away from the camera or taking a break. Have a scene for when have a scene for when the stream starts, and play that for the first minute or few, just so you can have that be there to give people a chance to get into the stream, because that's something I was doing wrong. A large part of my first year of Twitch is just starting to stream, and it's kind of just a boring 5 to 10 minutes of me sharing the stream around, and it's like saying hi to the chat, but at the same time I'm just like, we're gonna start eventually with the phone. We're gonna get started as soon as possible, y'all. I'm just sharing this stream into these messenger chats and then Discord, and we'll get there as soon as possible. Like I was doing that, and I'm sure people don't want to see that. You might have to fire Berto. Oh, unfortunate. See, I would say Berto it's probably the more consistent power type considering her skill shot, because Monty Moles, you have to be in such a exact position for that to work, because otherwise Critter would just grab him from the ground and just chuck him. But Berto, if she's alone and there's nothing blocking it, her skill shot is just a free goal. But she's not as fast though. I think Monty Mole, even though he's slow, I think he's a little bit faster maybe than Berto. It might be the difference in those two power characters. Hammer Bro was the slowest though. Hammer Bro was easily the slowest. His big hit does not go that far. Monty and Berto's big hits go out the furthest. Dry Bones is an option too, because they're a defensive character where they have a large range in their big hit, but they're fast too, and their skill shot is so fast. Like even if somebody's on you, like you can get that skill shot the first part, like the to first go and electrocute the critter, and even if they get hit, somebody else can swoop in and get the follow up. So I think Dry Bones could be really good in general. And Jay was like, I was frustrated with Berto more than anybody, because Berto, I think you need somebody who's able to get, because you have two playmakers on there now. Like as far as getting to the ball, that hasn't been a problem, but it's been getting the ball to Berto or Berto getting to the ball. Just has not been in place as much, especially not in that last attempt you did. I was like, God, I don't see Berto close to at all. Like she might have gotten like 3 goals in the whole last attempt of that Fire Cup. I didn't see her almost anywhere. I just rewatched my first Trackers attempt. I was so mad at Birdo. I was mad at Birdo for not being man to man with Petey. And then the rest of it, I have a camera, microphone. I just need a recording software for my Switch. OBS, I would recommend. Or if not OBS, then the Elgato software to start you off, like the default Elgato software. I'm not sure what capture card you have actually. The default program for that capture card, start with that. I'm not sure if you can have different scenes on the default program for that capture card. I know I couldn't have different scenes for the Elgato software. I just kind of just had that and muted the mic where I saw fit. But having OBS or Streamlabs definitely give you the versatility to have those three or four different basic scenes you definitely need to start off with. Have a starting soon scene where you have just some sort of like visual interest, like a picture, or like maybe if you can figure out how to do it, have um have a picture with like some moving little imagery on it, just to attract the eye, just to give viewers something to like tune into while you're getting things ready. Not don't just have a starting stream um thing and nothing there. At the very least, have music, like have something where it's moving, or have something where it's music, and then that's definitely good for when you're starting to stream. Maybe you're not quite ready, then you can put that there. You can hit start streaming, and you can have the starting soon thing be there, and that one gives you a chance to make sure you're fully prepared, give you a chance to share the stream out to a couple different places. That gives you a chance to get everything else that might not have been ready quite yet prepared. And number one thing for a starting soon overlay, a scene, is for the reason of just giving uh viewers a chance to get um, giving them a chance to get settled in, or letting people notice that you are live, because you can make an announcement that you're live, but maybe some people won't see it until a little bit after the fact. And then like if they see, oh, well, on Twitch it says that he's live, that's and then like if they follow you, then they'll see that you're live. And if you have that thing up there saying starting soon, then they're like, okay, good, like he's about to be starting in a few minutes. Let me stick around, or like let me see what's about to be happening with this. A starting soon scene is what I've learned to be crucial. Starting soon scene, a basic scene that has the game take up the whole screen, or maybe some sort of overlay that you have for like your general gaming scene. A scene that has you with face cam, if you're doing a face cam, and then a scene that has you saying uh away from camera, I'll be right back, anything of that sort. And then an ending scene, because I can tie in with the I guess I can be like with the I can tie in with the beginning. Um, the ending one isn't truly necessary when you're starting, but I would say definitely have the starting soon scene. As somebody who's finally making use of a starting soon scene and seeing how effective it is to at least have one person in like waiting for it to start, and there you go. Jay was saying about strikers. I just watched. No, I read that. Red says I have a camera microphone. I just need a recording software for my Switch. I have a title card and intermission music to the paid someone to make for the ending title music and beginning title music. Oh, nice! You have commissions. You're doing really good to start to have all your prep. Like good, you have the title card set up. Intermission music, good, good, good. That's something I need to do. Have music ready for intermissions. Like whenever I'm away from camera, I'll just kind of, I'll just kind of have this there, and nothing else. I definitely need to make this a lot more lively, because I have this for my starting soon, and I'll have music playing behind it, and then for my ending, I have that up there, and I would usually have it's usually with gaming that I would just let that music be the background music, but a stream like this is just kind of just kind of there. We've ran through two different tracks from SA2, So we've done what we could with music for right now. But yeah, Jay said man to man is like defense. She let PD score. Yeah, she did. I watched the tape. She's running away like I'm not gonna say that. She's just been running away. We should all help each other out, right? We can all get bigger together. Exactly. That's that's what's so good about streaming in general. Networking. Getting with your friends first to bounce off each other with ideas and each other's communities and advice and see where everybody like see what experience people have and then we just go from there. That's that's the beauty of being friends with somebody who streams, and like if you're considering it too, then hey, like is um everybody is getting into it together. Yeah, I think we've basically run our course of what this stream was meant to be. Definitely didn't expect this to be a 2 hour long endeavor. 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna let this hit 3 hours long. We're just not. We're just not. Just we're starting to look like the legendary hedgehog, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. Let's go. You know what? I'll be Silver. Red is definitely Shadow, and then Jay, you're Sonic. We'll say you're Sonic, or maybe you might say you're Silver. I don't know, but either way, Red is definitely Shadow. Like easy. We're starting to look like the legendary hedgehogs. Yes, sir. The trifecta, the three musketeers. I think I'll put uh put music on again for this ending of this. Wait. I think this is the lake from Pokemon Diamond. What does this sound like? Oh, yes, sir. This is good. This is good. The first comment on this video was like, you really don't realize that you're in a good time until it's too late. God, that's a feels right there. Some of that. It's funny how we're all in our 20s and up we're just reminiscing. I miss being young. Oh man. Hinty way. Viper streaming. Raid him. Yes. That is who we'll raid. We're gonna direct there. Jay says I don't mind being silver, he kinda fits me. Really? Okay. Red says, yeah, I just read that. And then Jay saying that Diamond Pearl song, yeah. Yes, dude. Diamond Pearl music is great. Yeah, I think we're more or less done here. Let's go and get that prepared. Get ready to raid Viper. Twitch. Back to Twitch. Follow channels. Oh, Das is playing Kingdom Hearts. Frankie Neptune is playing League of Legends. And there's Viper playing Pokemon Platinum. Is that the game tonight? Oh, okay. Alright, so let's get Raid channel up on here. And a Viper. Alright, so we got it set up. That is gonna be where I will guide you guys. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in to this 1 year on Twitch. Just chatting, streaming, just us vibing, just hanging out, just talking. It was kind of it was kind of an interview. It was organized somewhat, but for the most part, we was on here chilling. We just talking. We just because we were talking for a bit. We were on topic about Twitch, for the 1 year. Like I said, I give it a good 7, 8 if I'm generous of how my first year has been on Twitch so far. It can only go up from here. I'm happy with what I've done and what I'm going to continue to accomplish on this platform. Our next goal is 250 followers. Like the biggest thing is just the fact that we got first payout on Twitch. This was like a week or two ago now, and it's in large part thanks to my man 20XX for more or less sponsoring this channel, dude. He's gifted so many subs to this channel. As you saw earlier, his total amount has become 70 gifted subs to the channel. That's insane. So the first payout, because you have to have 20 subs in a 30-day time frame to reach the $100 threshold for payout. So met that and got a payout for the first time, dude. I'm for the first time I'm seeing actual numbers, money numbers come from just playing games and just talking about games and just talking in general, just being on here, just using this as an outlet, a social outlet. And it's really cool that I can do what I like doing, of just talking with you guys, interacting with people in chat, just getting to know people, and people getting to know me, and with just being able to game, just gaming, and showing gaming, and showcasing it, and connecting with other people who play the same game, or getting game suggestions, getting help with certain games, things like that. And it's borne this fruit of 254 followers on Twitch, and our first payout as an affiliate so far on Twitch. Who knows? Maybe in the next year or few, we can become a Twitch partner. We have to average 40 viewers or something like that to be eligible for partner status, which is big. It's a whole lot bigger than what I can see myself being right now. But hey, in the next few years, who knows? We could become a Twitch partner. But for now, we're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing here as an affiliate. Keep on going for these follower goals. Just keep on interacting with people as a small-time streamer. Just enjoying vibing with people, talking with people in chat as much as I can. Jay says, I know I sound like an anime character by saying we can get stronger together. I mean, yeah, but hey, nothing wrong with that. If you're going to do some hardcore training to defeat the Wicked Witch that runs the land or something. Hey, man, the Wicked Witch is life. That's what we're battling together. That's what we're doing. But again, I thank you guys. Thank you, Jay, Red, Shiny Apricorn, 20XX, Viper, Casey, all that who came through the stream, and everybody else who lurked at any point through the stream. If you're lurking right now, I thank you for being here, for just hanging out. So, yeah, with all that said, I think we are in fact done here. I'm going to put this up here just to signify that we are closing things out. This has been Darsheen, aka Yoshi96, and I'm signing out for now, but definitely not forever. Have an amazing rest of your night or day, depending on where you are. Stay safe, please, in these times. God bless. Keep on being awesome. Oh shoot, I made it go all the way down. Sorry. Trying to make it low while I was talking. Keep on being awesome. Stay healthy. Adding in things. Thank you guys again for 1 year on Twitch. It has been a great ride so far, and I look forward to seeing where we go from here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.